Caribbean says this fixes Nassau. Today we're gonna find out if that's actually true. Let's head over.
We're repeat cruisers, and like a lot of people, Nassau has always been a port we tolerate more than enjoy, unless we plan something very intentionally. Royal Caribbean's Royal Beach Club Paradise Island is designed to solve that by giving you a guaranteed all-inclusive beach day right off the ship. Today we're doing a full breakdown. We're rating every food item we try purely on taste and flavor using a 1 to 10 scale with temps. Anything above an 8 is something we'd recommend. 6 to 7.9 is fine, but not special. Below that is forgettable or not worth ordering. We'll also rate the vibes in each section of the beach club so you know exactly where you'd want to spend your time. But just as important, we're tracking the entire experience of getting here because most Nassau days are decided in the first hour. So before we step onto the beach, let's rewind and show you how this day actually started.
Morning. You guys saw in the last video that we talked about going to Royal Beach Club. So we're gonna head down and get some breakfast down probably at the Cafe Promenade, get some coffee. That way we can kind of wake up a little bit. We'll see you after we get breakfast. Quick little update. We did make it down to the Cafe Promenade. Got some pastries. So cinnamon rolls, chocolate chip muffin. Cinnamon rolls are pretty good. Cream cheese icing. Stephanie's up in line right now. She's getting some coffees. So if you guys don't know, if you do have the drink package, you can go to the Cafe Promenade and get specialty coffees. It's made with Starbucks coffee. They have some lattes, Americanos, cappuccinos, and get shots of espresso, which we did last night to help stay awake. So just a little tip for you. Before we get off the ship, Stephanie's getting in line with guest services. She's gonna get her WOW band programmed for Allure of the Seas after the revamp. We've been able to use the WOW bands here as well. This is a good place to get them programmed if you don't do it on day one at the WOW Band Center.
Alright, we're finally out here. Right now we're going to start a stopwatch just to see how long it takes us to actually get out to the ferry and then get over to the island.
Yeah, so we just got off the ship. We'll start the stopwatch on Stephanie's Garmin watch.
Yep.
And we'll show the time at each checkpoint. That way we can give everybody an idea of how long it takes to actually get there. Down at the end of the port, this is the entrance to the Royal Beach Club Paradise Island boarding space.
Royal Beach Club? Have a good day.
Time check.
Time check, it was about a 4-minute walk.
Yeah, 4-minute walk, so not too bad.
Too,
Yep.
so it's not like we ran over here.
Yeah. So when we get up here, we just have to show our seatbest card. They'll scan it, see our reservation, and then we'll wait till we board the next ferry.
Hello. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Pretty simple.
Yep.
Line didn't take too long. So they built a nice pavilion here to board you onto the ferries. It looks like we have one waiting for us, so we're not gonna wait too long.
Flirty Flamingo.
Yep, Flurry Flamingo. They all have some fun names. They're all painted a different color scheme, but typical of the Royal Beach Club.
Back here.
One more time check.
That was like 2 minutes.
2 minutes. That's over 6 minutes total so far. See how long we wait here and see how long it takes to get us over to the island. Seems quick. They just have to wait till they get this one loaded up. There are 2 other ones parked next to us, so even if you didn't make this one and you had to wait for those, I think you would get them pretty quick. Yeah. All right, we're docking. Time check.
Yep. It took about
6-ish minutes since we started coming over here.
it was 5 minutes to wait until we started.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. All night.
So you could probably expect about 20 to 30 minutes time total, right?
Yeah, I think it depends on how busy the day is.
Well, and also if you're like the first person on the ferry.
You'll have to wait a little longer.
We were probably towards the end of the people that got loaded up.
We still had to wait about 5 minutes
Yeah.
for it to get full.
But if you're one of the first people on, you happen to be the first person to catch that specific ferry, I would expect a little bit longer
Maybe
just
more
to
like
help
10-ish
load it up.
minutes.
But not too bad. So
Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna get into some food now. We're going to see if we can try to make our way from one end to the other. It may not quite work out that way. We're going to try to see where it's busiest, and then kind of work from there. I think it's going to get busier as time goes on. It does seem like people are slowly trickling in. There is only us, Allure of the Seas, and then Symphony of the Seas here today. So less than probably what you would typically see. I know that a lot of times they have 2 Oasis class ships parked out here with, maybe a Freedom class or something smaller. So just be mindful that what we show you here may not exactly be the busiest that you could see it. It is going to vary. So
yeah, but it's 9 o'clock and it seems like it's a lot of people out and about.
Right.
So,
and I do believe that it does have a capped capacity. Not certain on the exact number that I have seen people say somewhere between like 4,000 to 6,000 passengers. And that might kind of vary depending on how much of the island's actually finished. I think they've got everything finished, but there still may be a few areas they're getting some buttoning up touches still. So we'll get into the food and we'll show you everything that Royal Beach Club has to offer.
What's going on, Lake Crew? Editor Taylor here with a quick update. Just a few days after we filmed this, Royal adjusted parts of the Royal Beach Club menu. Some items were renamed, a few things were removed, and a couple strong items were actually promoted to permanent status, which we're happy about. So as we go through the food reviews, we'll show the current menu names on screen. And if something changed since our visit, we'll include the original name in parentheses, just like this, so you're not confused if you research it online. And yes, a few items disappeared since we were there. And after trying them, it's not hard to understand why. Now let's get into all the food and drinks Royal Beach Club has to offer.
this is our first drink of the day here at the Party Cove area of Royal Beach Club. We both chose the Sunset Margarita. I love a good margarita, and it's like an orangey type flavor one. I am gonna say an 8-2. I think it's a very solid flavored margarita, balanced. A little on the sweeter side. I like a little more
Sour. It's more sour, I feel like,
Oh,
too.
well, I guess it is sour. I like a little more oomph from the tequila, but it's still really good. A good option. Probably one of the best drinks if I had to guess.
There's plenty of restrooms around.
Yeah, every chunk of little buildings, there seems to be a set of them. So
Yeah.
you don't have to walk too far, which is very nice.
We were just talking about it kind of in like the context of distance. Maybe every street block or so, they've got a restroom facility. So very convenient. So another tip. We actually didn't know that they had towel stations on the island specific to Paradise Beach. They have their own towels. We brought the ship towels off on us, which you can do. There's not a problem with that. But if you don't want to do that, you don't want to lug them, there's plenty of towel stations throughout. They look like they're pretty nice towels. So
Yeah, but you will have to return them here, obviously, before you leave.
Yep. So just one more thing that you don't necessarily have to carry off the ship, though.
Yeah.
All right, so we've kind of made our way through most of Paradise Island. We've made our way all the way down. We were dropped off close to Party Cove, kind of between Party Cove and Family Beach. I do believe they have another dock down here at the other section, closer to Chill Beach. I don't know if they're utilizing it yet, but this is Chill Beach right here.
A little windy.
Yeah, it's windy. Looks like a real nice beach, though. They've done a great job cleaning it up. Good morning. Hi.
You got the advantage.
They got some beach games just like Coco K does. Sandcastle art also like Coco K. You can see it says Happy Holidays. We are here early January, so they haven't changed this out yet. Pretty neat though. What do you think?
I like it. It's very similar to Coco K, though.
Yeah, it is a lot like Coco K.
Yeah.
A lot of the same touches, a lot of things that people like, they've decided to implement here, which makes sense. A little trial and error. You do one place, you learn all the things
it's
that people
very
enjoy, and then you take those and you put them in multiple locations. So
Plenty of room, though. That's good.
yeah, so here's the other docking space that we talked about. It looks like there's support staff down here, so maybe certain ferries come down here and certain ones go to the other ones.
I'm not really sure.
Yeah, it could be.
Or they haven't finished that one yet.
Yeah. So we are just enjoying our drinks now. I know we talked.
Down over here on Chill Beach, there's even more cabanas.
Yeah, so
that
this
are
is
tucked away.
This
on
is the very
beach.
end here. We walked all the way down. These are some of the Chill Beach cabanas. You can purchase these, and I believe depending on the cabana type, what I was seeing, it was anywhere from 8 to 10 guests max. And the cost for the cabana is standard. Doesn't matter if you have 1 or 2 people in there, or all the way up to the 8 to 10 max. The price is the price. You do get your personal server, and you get all the unlimited perks that we get for the beach
Entry.
club. We're gonna do a vibe check. We're here in Chill Beach. This area is supposed to be the serene, relaxing area. As we walk through here, it is busy. There's a lot of couples here, even some families. Most people that are going on this kind of vacation or paying for this experience probably aren't going to want to go to the Party Cove area where it's loud, the music's playing, and then also down at Family Beach where there's some families, kids. The typical couples are probably going to want to hang out here. We walked through a lot of this area. There's some very nice cabanas on the far end. There's a snack shack and plenty of bars. I think for vibes in this particular area, kind of trying to compare them a little bit to the areas that we've been through since we walked through everything, I would say this is probably a good 8.2, but it kind of depends what you're looking for. I think you're gonna find that vibe throughout the day. And you may even, if you come to Paradise Island Royal Beach Club, you may switch throughout the day where you wanna hang out. This may be a good place to relax in the morning and then go down to Party Cove in the afternoon where it's party central. But we'll update you on the chill vibes for the other 2 sections as we move along. All right, round 2 drinks. What do we get?
Yep, I have the Mama's Mojito. I believe it's some sort of, I think it's grapefruit. I don't remember
There's
what
grapefruit juice in it.
flavoring.
Very pink. Bitter.
No. I don't really like it. I think it's like a 6 for me. It's very sweet. I like a mojito where you can taste the mint. I don't even see no mint in here.
You know what? That's fair. I guess I didn't think about that. There is no mint.
It just tastes like grapefruit sugar syrup.
Bahama Mama, so typical drink. It's one of the ones on their island sips menu. Give this a shot. It's good. You can taste the rum. It's not real sweet. Some of these can get too sweet or too much fruit juice in them. I'll give it a flat 8. Flat 8, I think it's good.
Yeah.
It's sweet, but not too sweet. I think this would be a good drink. It's a standard one, so try this over the mojito.
Take 2. I don't usually I stick it out if I don't like a drink, and I couldn't do it on that one. I don't know what it was. The Mama's Mojito is supposed to have guava. I didn't really get that, so I think something
It didn't
went
have
wrong.
mint either, so
Something went wrong there.
somebody
So
made the drink
I
wrong.
just asked the bartender here in the pool bar to make me a normal mojito. Oh yeah. More
better.
sour. You can taste the mint. You can taste a little bit of the alcohol. It's a lot better than just drinking straight syrup. So I give this an 8.5. It's a solid
8.5,
one.
that's a solid one. So that's obviously a standard drink. It's not on their Paradise Island menu. We are at the big swimmer bar pool. So it's bumping in here. Got music playing in the background. We'll have a DJ up there a little bit later, so we'll have to share some of that. Thank you. This is the one in a melon. I believe there's vodka, Aperol, coconut, and then something else. I don't remember. We got the menu. Watermelon. Yeah, there's watermelon syrup. You're right. It's actually pretty good. If you don't like Aperol, it comes through in this, so just be mindful of that. But the watermelon and vodka, pretty good together. Sweet. It's got a little tartness from the Aperol, so I like it. So maybe like a 7.7. First food of the day.
Yep.
They're opened up. We're not quite sure what time it is. We'll assume it's a little past 10.
Yeah, I think it's 10.
Yeah.
It's not
So
quite 11, I don't think.
fire engine fritters, we've heard these are good. We'll give them a shot. Crispy.
They're definitely dense.
Yeah.
So there's a lot in there. Sometimes I feel like the breading is overpowering, but it's not.
Yeah,
So,
you can see the nuts.
yeah, maybe the outside's a little, but it's not spicy like you'd think with the name. It tastes like, I think there's beef in this. The sauce is just a little bit of a tang, but I don't like spice, so I like it.
Yeah.
My rating is probably an 8 out.
8 out.
Nothing crazy, but pretty good for being here.
Solid, something you should try, right?
You should try different.
So this is the shrimp skewers. So we had to wait a couple minutes for these. They would come fresh out of being cooked. They have a guava sauce and then island coleslaw underneath. So let's give the shrimp a shot. Pull one of these off. Take the tail off. Sweet. Shrimp's a little overdone, I feel like. A little chewy. It's not hate. You can definitely get into that. Let me try the coleslaw real quick. Full review. Hi, same brand. Pretty typical coleslaw. Nothing special, nothing out of the ordinary. Let's do a 7.5. The flavor's really good on the guava sauce. It's sweet. It's got a little bit of spice flavor in there. So, good
Is
thing
it
to
too
try.
sweet?
It's not too sweet. It's maybe the one thing that's talked about the most from the snack shack. It's the Bahamian baked mac and cheese. So it's a baked mac and cheese with peppers. It's pretty good, actually. Let's give this a shot. Make sure we get plenty of cheese. Definitely a thick helping of cheese on top, which mac and cheese should have. It's actually pretty good. Noodles are cooked well. They're not too mushy.
This one's probably going to be a little bit higher. It definitely is one of the things that I think you should try. We'll say an 8.4. I think 8.4 is pretty solid. It's got a lot of flavor. What do you think?
It does have no spice to it.
It's good though.
It's good. It's not just like a plain basic mac and cheese like you see on the cruise ship.
It's not too spicy too. I think if you're spice adverse to like heavy black pepper, then you're probably not going to tolerate it as much. But if you're good with kind of just a tiny bit of spice, this is a go-to.
Yeah, there's cheese on top of it.
It's thick.
I would like if I could break it up.
It's a lot to get through.
It's creamy and it's a little different, so I can give it a good try. Right, I got the much anticipated pineapple Dole Whip. I got a swirl. It doesn't really look like it. Oh, you can kind of see it.
You can see it a little bit.
I need to eat it real fast.
Yeah, start to melt.
Oh, I'm glad I got the twist.
They're really sweet with
It's a
pineapple.
very sweet pineapple. It's
Yeah.
good. It does taste like the one when we had at Disney Springs, but I like a good mix in between. Rating. I'm gonna say 8. I think you should try it when you're here because it's different.
Also got some dessert that's over there next to the ice cream. This is the rum cake. They do have, I believe, a guava cake as well, and then a chocolate chip cookie. Rich on flavor. It's kind of like a caramel sauce on top.
Is that the rum
It's
cake?
sweet. I believe it's the rum cake. We'll have to check. But it's sweet. It's definitely rich. This might be good to get a little bit of ice cream with, actually. If you get some vanilla ice cream,
good
together,
idea.
it'll kind of tame it down a little bit because it is pretty sweet by itself. The cake is dense. I would say I would give this one maybe like a 7.4.
Oh.
It's not my favorite by itself, but I think if you had the vanilla ice cream with it, it would definitely level this one up a hair. And then we'll give the chocolate chip cookie a try. It's not hard. You can already see that pulling it apart. Appreciate your cookie. Soft. It's a chocolate in there. It's not too hard. It's pretty good. So this one probably mid-7s too. We'll do like a 7.5. It's nothing crazy out of the ordinary. Now, one of the tips that I have seen is people taking these and making ice cream sandwiches out. So if you want to ice cream sandwich, get a couple cookies. They're right next door. The guys up there have definitely done it plenty of times, so they know what they're doing. Give that a shot. We're at Family Beach now. A lot of families over here. Yeah, it is good. This is a great place for them to hang out. One of the things we did notice is that if you come over towards the bar here at the Family Beach pool, they have frozen Goombay smashes. So,
Over 70s, it's a little chilly here, so these heated pools are really good.
it's windy too. So.
Yeah, I got the frozen Goombay smash, obviously frozen drink, have to try it. It's good. This is a sweeter drink. It has their special Goombay smash mix. I think it's in like orange pineapple-y. And it has 2 types of rum, so I can definitely taste the rum in the back and make it feel like it's worth it. I give this an 8 too. I really like it. I think it's a Royal Caribbean staple and fun since it's frozen.
Of course, I got one more drink too. This is the Paradise Punch. It's got a couple different kinds of rum. It's got Gosling's dark rum in it, so it's going to be obviously a little sweeter because of that spice rum. And it's got some pineapple juice in it.
And it looks strong.
Once you mix that dark rum in there, you can definitely tell. So
Look how
this
dark
is actually
it is.
pretty good. It's a little on the sweeter side. It's not super heavy on the alcohol straight off the bat, but you can definitely tell as it goes down. This one, I think I'll probably give this. We'll say 8.1. I could go a little higher on it if it wasn't as sweet, but I think 8.1's a good metric for this. I also really like very alcohol-forward cocktails. I drink old fashions. I'll drink whiskey neat. So just for reference on that, when I'm saying it's sweet, it may be perfect for a lot of people as well. So I would give this one a shot though. Now, as far as the islands menu that we have one more drink on there, and I know I've had the one that's on there. We're saving it for last because I know for certain it's gonna be a letdown. Hopefully it was just the one time that I had it when we were in Hideaway. It's so, not to, be too ominous about it, but it's the Bahamian Sky Juice. It's the one that's got coconut milk in it.
Gin.
And gin. It was not what I was looking for when I had it the last time. Hopefully, if we can find a great bartender, somebody that we know is going to make a great drink, maybe we'll go back over to Party Cove and I'll try it there. Marinique, the one lady that gave us our first drinks when we were in there, she seems to be a very good bartender. I'll see if she can make us one. I'll give it a shot then. I'm not hopeful though. I just want to put that out there now. So stay tuned when we get done here at Family Beach, kind of exploring the vibes here. We'll head back over to Party Cove. The partying should start here pretty soon, so we're hoping that we give it a fair shake at Party Cove to experience that as well. Also, our chairs are there, so we're kind of going to hang out here for a little bit and head back over. So we'll see you guys then.
Okay, overall vibes check over here on Family Beach. It is very packed over by the pool area, which makes sense in January. It's a little chillier, so the warm heated pool is going to be better. I bet the ocean's freezing. So not a lot of people over here on more of the beach area. I think it's a really good option, for the kids. And I say vibe-wise, it's a good place to try if you're looking for something new at Nassau.
Especially if you're coming with the younger generation.
Yeah, I don't know that it's anything particularly special though, versus you got some of the other excursions that could take you to more fun places, but definitely a good place to check out. And like I said, it's kind of chilly today. That's why I'm bundled up in this towel, but I think it's a good area and it's not too loud over here. Rating, I would say 7, just because we're not really in that family era of our
Yeah, we're not in the bracket
journey.
that would probably come over here. I could see where it would have its value, and I definitely think it's a great place to bring the younger kids. The pool is a great place to take them in. It's a little shallower than the other one. It's kind of quieter. You can kind of keep an eye on your kids pretty well because it's nice
But
and
you
open
have
over
to
there.
Consider that there's a bunch of kids in this pool, so
Yeah.
if that's not the season of life you're in, then maybe this isn't the area for you. So
Yep. All right, I think we're gonna go head back over to Party Cove and give it a shakedown over there. Got 2 more food items here. French fries. They look like they're the standard fries that you can get at Coco Cay as well. They have a grand opening special, which is the Caribbean crab cake sandwich. I don't know how long they're gonna have this. There's a nice, decent crab cake in there, so let's try the sandwich first and then I'll try the fries. So it looks like there's the island coleslaw on this as well. Nice brioche bun. Actually pretty good. It doesn't look like much, but there's a lot of flavor to it. The coleslaw complements it and kind of lightens it up a bit. The crab cake's not as crispy as I would like, but I just kind of expect that as it's kind of like a pre-made sandwich. So it's probably kind of been sitting for a little bit.
And sitting with this, sitting with this soggy coleslaw.
Yeah, this is actually pretty good. I kind of hope that they keep this for a little longer, if I'm being honest with you, because it's pretty good. I'm kind of hoping this is a little bit of like a feeler to kind of see if it's a successful item.
Yeah, I want to try it too.
I honestly think that this is probably one of the best things I've had other than that mac and cheese. So I'm going to rate this pretty high. I'm going to say this is like an 8.6, 8.7. I'm actually very surprised by this. I was kind of going to...
Better than the one that we had at Chops? Crab cake?
Yes. By far. The Chops one's okay. It didn't have a lot of dimension to it. This has actually got some good flavor to it. It's not just the crab. There's a little bit of kind of like a pepperiness to it. I don't know if they've got some kind of like peppers mixed into the crab cake mix, but let's give this French fries a try. Standard fries. These are the same ones that they have on all their private destinations and also probably on the ship. They're cooked decent. They're a little on the oily side, but we'll say 7.3. They're fries. It's better than it looks, isn't it?
Yeah.
Way more flavor than you would think.
It's different than the Coco Cay items. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
It's balanced. You taste the crab. It's not too salty, not too soggy, honestly. Tastes good with the coleslaw on top.
Yeah, lightens it up a little bit.
I agree. I think
Yeah.
it's probably one of the best things here.
This is the battle of the burgers. So we have the mushroom shoot burger. It's the barbecue influence burger, and then we have the Paradise Island cheeseburger. The Paradise Island cheeseburger. Pretty good. It's got the cracked sauce on it from the fire engine fritters that we had earlier. Nice big sliced tomato, pickles, lettuce. Burger is seasoned well. If you guys have had the smash burger on Icon, it seems really similar to that. I think the sauce is different. I don't believe that's the same sauce on the burger there. Burger's juicy, it's not dry. They've got plenty of them up there, and I think they're kind of keeping them rolling. This is a good standard one. I think most people will like this. So we will go with, how about an 8-2? The 8-2 is pretty solid for this. Try the shrimp burger next. So this is the vegan option. So right off the bat, see it's the mushroom patty. There's barbecue on top, lettuce, tomato, cheese, just like the other one. Believe it or not, it's actually not that bad.
I don't like mushrooms though, so
yeah, if you don't like mushrooms, you can taste it. Pretty good. I obviously enjoy eating protein and stuff, but for those that are looking for a vegetarian option or a vegan option, this is actually pretty good. Flavor-wise, for what it is, and being that's not my preference, I will still give it a decent score. I'll say that this is an 8-1. There's a lot of good flavor. I like mushrooms, so this is something I would enjoy, but if you don't, maybe not quite go for this one.
Going in for the fish sandwich. Oh my gosh, there's 2 fish patties on it. 1,000, some sort of island dressing on it.
Probably like 1,000 Island or their version of it. Looks like pretty good fish fillet.
It has some slaw on it too.
Yeah.
I think it's a little too salty for me.
Salty.
With both of the patties and the coleslaw, there's not a, I wish it was something maybe even a little bit more acidic to add to it and balance it out a little bit more. I like the one at normal Coco K better. It's still really solid and it's a hefty sandwich, so you get a lot more with it. I'll say maybe like a 7-2.
7-2.
Yeah, it's not bad if this is what you're into, but the flavors aren't anything new or creative.
Yeah.
It's just they put an extra fish patty thing on it. This is a chicken tender wrap.
Okay. Now they do also have chicken tenders. We're not going to try them because obviously it'll be the same tenders that are on here, but for the purpose of this, it's a pretty hefty
got
wrap.
Some weight to it.
Yeah.
It's cold. I can feel it. So it's not a warm one. Very thick tortilla. I can already see. I'm gonna have to take a few bites before I get to the insides.
Thick. Oh, you didn't even get into a chicken tender yet.
No.
Yeah, let her process this, and then she can get another bite of the actual chicken tenders. It looks like the chicken tenders are different from what we normally see on the ship, aren't they?
Yeah, I don't like
You don't like the wrap? All right, bite number 2. Yeah, it looks like they're not very meaty tenders, right?
I don't like that it's cold.
Are the chicken tenders cold too, or are they? Yeah. Oh, 3. Okay. Skip the chicken tender wraps. Maybe the chicken tenders themselves are fresher and they're being rotated out. This is the island salad. Right off the bat, cheese, tomatoes, lettuce. Should be a dressing on here, and it looks like there's. They did ask me when I got this if I wanted shrimp or chicken on it. So you can get those chicken tenders, you can get some of the shrimp that we had earlier. It's an option. If you're looking at something lighter fare, this would be a good option. Let's see what it tastes like. Make sure we get a little bit of everything. There's some pineapple in here as well. I see this being pretty good with the shrimp.
Yeah, it's a meat. Yeah, it kind of sounded good.
Well, these are peppers. Not tomatoes, peppers, I'm sorry. So, whole onions. Actually pretty good. Want something that's pretty solid. Get that shrimp that we had earlier, put on this.
Lighter.
It would be very good.
Yeah.
Rating for this. Let's go with let's do a 7-7. It's pretty well balanced. There's a little bit of the vinegar flavors and stuff from the pickled veggies. Got a nice balance of the kind of the cheese, the white lettuce, stuff like that. So it's a solid pick as well.
Okay, now we're doing a vibe check of Party Cove, where we have spent most of our time, just because that aligns with what we like. So far, it's a very good area for people who like to party, of course. It's very loud, the DJ's loud, lots of dancing going on, drinking. So we've had a lot of fun. I would say it's up there for me. I think I'm giving it a 9. I really like it. It reminds me of Hideaway.
I was getting ready to say it's reminiscent of that. There's a lot of the same vibes. Getting people to kind of dance in the pool, bringing everybody in, trying to bring up the energy. I will say when we started over there wasn't as many people, and I think once the DJ got going, that drew in a crowd. Yeah. So it brought people in from Family Beach. It also brought people in from Chill Beach. Kind of what we anticipated. A lot of people are going to go to Chill Beach in the morning, head over to Party Cove probably in the evening or the afternoon.
Afternoon, yep. Even the servers and staff were dancing too. They were all getting in on it. So it was a really fun environment. But if you don't like that loud environment, then it wouldn't be for you. But like I said, this is the area we tend to gravitate towards, so we really liked it.
You can just sit and observe too.
Yeah.
You don't have to dance. You don't have to partake in any of it.
There's plenty of chairs, but they were pretty packed. So if you want to get a seat there, probably the earlier you can grab a seat by the pool and watch the festivities, better. But
I would say probably not the best for families.
yeah, the family beach area is really where that thrives. So
Some families were there, but you know, I would say the average family is
there was
probably.
some twerking going on, too,
Yeah.
so maybe you don't want that around kids.
Right.
But keep it in mind. I thought it was really fun for us, and worth it to have a different Nassau experience.
We do have some more things planned tonight. That'll be towards the end of this video. We'll get back on the ship. We have dinner at Samba Grill, which is new to us. That's a Brazilian steakhouse. And then we also have a show, and I believe it's
Blue Planet?
Yes, it's the production show in the theater.
Yes.
So that'll be exciting as well. We'll try to see if we can find anything else, you know, kind of fitting in between those plans, and then we'll go explore the ship a little more.
Yeah.
So that wraps it up.
Yeah.
We're heading back. We turned our towel in. We did notice at the towel station that there was sunscreen.
There is sunscreen and some extra cooling lotion if you need.
Gotcha. There's 3 different things up there. What was the third one? Or is it just a couple?
There was 2 different strengths of SPF. I think one was like less and one was higher.
Okay.
And then a cooling lotion, so like I would assume an aloe-ish.
Yeah.
If you get burned, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, so overall, we paid, I think it was roughly $78. So we bought the drink package plus the Royal Beach Club access.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at what our drink package could have been and then you subtract that away from the total, like I said, it was roughly $78 per person. For that price, I think it's worth it.
Yeah, I liked it. I don't know that I'd pay much more a person.
Yeah, and one of the things is if you're going to Coco Cay, this is going to feel similar.
Yeah, so
If
like
you maybe want a couple different vibes, then maybe you can double them up, but
which this sailing we aren't going to Coco Cay,
Right.
so we kind of wanted those beach resort vibes, and that was helpful. But if you're doing like the short sailing where these are the only 2 stops you go to, you probably don't have to pay extra if you want that vibe.
Right.
You just could have an extra fun day on the ship if you want.
Now, all of this obviously is going to depend on what ship you're on, kind of the cost of everything. So I would hope from what we've shown here in our review, it gives you kind of like an independent thought of what you think's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
I know when we've done other resorts here in Nassau, Bahamas, we've done Baja Bay. That one was fun. It was more money than this. And we also didn't get all-inclusive food or drinks. We got 1 meal, we didn't get any alcohol, and we got 1 small soda or juice, which is pretty pricey for that too.
Yeah, and I think that if you can get it at a bundle or get it at a cheap price, it's definitely worth it. Versus if you're a family that you have to pay for like 5 or 6 people, it might not be worth it because you can have the same experience for free at Coco Cay.
Yeah. So as we head back, I will put our reviews, our consolidated reviews up on the screen for our drinks and our food. Hopefully you guys can see our rankings and see the things that you definitely need to try out. We got to get ready to head back on. They're loading up now, so let's rush on over there. Once we get back on the ship, we'll check in.
Yeah.
Actually, once we get back over to Nassau, they're going to drop us off over by the pier. We have to walk back. We'll maybe catch up then. So see you then. To when we boarded it to when we just got off is about 14 minutes. Yeah.
And that was not including time to wait for the ferry to get over.
So they do drop you off over by the amphitheater, the newly built amphitheater. You guys can, if you guys go back to some of our President's Cruise vlogs, you see that we had the Royal Bahamian Beach Festival there.
Yeah.
That is where this is at.
Across from the straw market.
Yep. So we're gonna head back in.
See how long it takes to actually get through back to the port.
Yeah. All right, we made it through security.
Today wasn't as crowded as the last time we'd come through because they weren't actually checking your eye test.
They still have signage up saying that you need to have your passport, but she didn't really look at it.
The time it took for us to get through walking a little briskly for us is about 7 minutes from where we were all the way through here. So now we have a little bit of a walk to the actual ship too.
Yeah. So from here forward, if you have accessibility issues, we have the carts over here that you can hop on, the golf carts. I'm not entirely certain how you get from the dock over there down by the amphitheater down to here. If you had issues, maybe they bring you back over to this
Yeah, maybe they
side.
just bring
I'm
you
not
there.
certain.
I would hope so. It's
They're-
more of
they're-
if you
they're
have
gonna find a
issues
way to help
walking
you.
long distances,
Yeah.
then they'll take you from here.
Yeah, so we're not entirely certain on that aspect. So I know a lot of other reviews online also weren't certain on that aspect either. So, you know, if you guys have experienced it or know what's going on, leave a comment down a little bit below. That'll kind of help us out, help other people out as well. So we'll head back on the ship. We'll probably see you once we get up to our room.
Yeah.
We need to get cleaned up, and then we're going to go explore the ship up until the point where we have to go to dinner. Dinner's at
5:30.
5:30? That sounds right. So we'll see you when we get there. We're halfway through the Oasis class ships. This is one we haven't been on, Symphony of the Seas, Harmony of the Seas, and then also Wonder. So if you guys have been on this ship, let us know if you like it. We'll have to give it a shot at eventually in the future. Guy's a towel animal. Puppy? Big floppy ears, like a dachshund
I think it looks like a little dachshund.
All right, so what was our entire time from the beach club to boarding?
The entire time, it was about 35 minutes.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, but keep that in mind. Like, they tell you the last time you should go on the ferry is half an hour before you're due on the ship.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cutting it close.
I think it's cutting it close.
We didn't stick around. We moved pretty briskly.
Yeah, and with there being multiple ships there each day, they're not going to hold your hand to get back on the ship. Mm-hmm. There was Celebrity Summit and also Symphony of the Seas there with us. So
And they were there later. So
They were there
they're
later.
going to know when you're
Yeah.
supposed to be off. Overall, I think it was a good day.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine we'll be back because I think that overall for us, 2 people paying for it, only $78 a person, it was worth it for the additional experience because we don't traditionally have a lot of fun for Nassau, and the stuff that we would book is a lot more expensive than that anyways, so this was kind of within that budget.
the other thing I want to kind of mention too is we are not first-time people here. If you are first-time visitors to Nassau and you want that authentic experience of the Bahamian culture, you're probably not going to get that at the Royal Beach Club, so don't expect that. Mm-mm. You're going to get a little bit of food that's maybe influenced by Bahamian culture, but it is, you know, it's American food. Mm-hmm. It's
Royal Caribbean.
It's Royal Caribbean's version of what they believe Bahamian food is. I'm sure the Bahamians have had a lot of influence in that as well, but it's not super true Bahamian food. If you want to get off the ship, and see, I'm a big advocate. Every time that you go to a port, you have to at least explore a little bit.
You need to walk around and see the locals, see all their crafts, and maybe even try some of the local food. And then from there, you're trying something new. And that's what we were doing, is we wanted a different experience.
Yeah, form your own opinion of a location. I will say that a lot of people don't prefer Nassau, and I think it is because it's a frequent destination for cruise ships. So we go. I mean, you're bound to go here, especially if you go on a shoulder sailing. So it's just one of those things where you get a little bit of fatigue with coming here, and there's not, like some other ports, there's not a lot of things like, I guess, entertaining attractions, especially for the younger crowds, the kids at the port. There's a lot of shopping and food. That's about it. There's a straw market, which is neat to walk through if you've never been. But if you're looking for a pool day or something that's closer to some water slides, either stay on the ship if your ship is equipped with them, or go get one of those day pass resorts. So
Yeah, I think some people got grumpy that when they drop you off, so you have to walk through the port. But you have to think about it. Bohemians get so much money from all the tourism there. And if, they cut off several thousand people from walking through, that's a lot of business. So
it's their livelihood.
It really, I think, took us an extra 7 minutes to walk through
it's
that
not
area.
bad.
So it's fine.
I will say, too, that if you really sit there and think about it, it's also probably a security standpoint issue. Every single port that you go to, you do have to show ID to get back into the port where the ship is accessible. So if they take you back over to where you go to, it may be a logistics issue, and they also don't have the qualified individuals there where the ferries dock, where we first got on. So it just kind of forces you to have to go through the natural lines that you would if you got out of the port.
But I will echo the same thing. I did enjoy it. I do think it was worth the money that we paid. It is pushing it when it starts getting much more expensive than, we'll say, 120, 140, somewhere in there. Especially if you look at the other resorts nearby. There are some good ones nearby. Now, if they're trying to compete on the scale of Atlantis is about, I think, $250 a person. Occasionally you can get a little cheaper depending on peak seasons. So when you're talking the, $240 or so that sometimes you can see in the app, yeah, they're trying to kind of market in the same space there. But I will say that Atlantis obviously has got water slides and stuff. So, kind of take that for what it's worth. It was a fun experience, though.
Yeah, it was good for us. But tonight is Caribbean night, so we're gonna go get cleaned up and then explore and go to dinner. So
Yeah, Express on the grill. This is the Brazilian steakhouse. So you've never been. I've been to one, not on a ship, but been to one before. Well, here's my plate. Here's Stephanie's plate.
I'm trying to make it done.
We've had the same amount too. You need to get to cut. He keeps bringing them out. So we have a wide selection. There's bacon wrapped chicken. This is pork loin. We had a bottom sirloin, picanha, lamb chop, filet, and short rib.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Everything's been good so far.
4, 5, 6, 7. The chicken was a bonus.
I think it's on the starter menu. Is it up on the starters?
Yes.
Yeah. I was gonna say there was 1 or 2 on the starters, so everything's been pretty good. A couple of them are a little on the salty side.
Yeah.
The sauce is good to break that up though.
One of the sirloins is very melts in your mouth. I like that one.
This is the passion fruit capriana. So they have a capriosca and a capriana. Capriosca is the vodka version. Capriana is the rum version. Let's give this a shot. This is the main of the restaurant. Oh yeah, all the meats and this. You should try this. It's strong. It's good though.
I got this down first.
Rum.
Grow a pair. This restaurant makes me feel weak.
Dinner was good.
It was good.
Good option.
I didn't realize what to expect. I'd seen videos of a similar Brazilian steakhouse, but it was good. It was very overwhelming.
Different.
I like it. It's a unique option. I'm glad that they didn't completely get rid of it off of the ship. They utilized the solarium, which I feel like was smart.
Yeah, and if you really feel like you're gonna miss the solarium for dinner, then what the great thing is there's 5 other Oasis Plus ships, so pick it up for one.
Yep.
It's all about giving options.
Yeah, I definitely got really full. Lots of protein. I probably would have spent a little bit more time on starters if I would have realized how the layout was. Then the dessert, I kind of wish I would have browsed a little bit more because you went and got those, but they brought everything else, like all the entrees and meats to you. But it's good. It's a cool experience.
The menu that I captured has the main things that they want to serve to you. So all of your selection of meats, your starters, and your desserts. The small little chocolate sponge cake and the coconut ball. But like what she's saying is there's a lot more options up on the buffet. What's typically the solarium grill. It did take an hour in and out of the door, and you saw the quantities that we had, so they were definitely bringing out the meats nonstop.
I will say, as far as I was looking at the dress code, the app says like, hey, no one can come in here in shorts. However, everyone does.
Yeah,
So
I tested
think
the
as long
waters.
as you don't show up in like a bathing suit and stuff, I think that now it's a lot more relaxed. So just a tip, if you're worried about it, I would bring a pair of pants just in case. That particular ship is very strict on theirs, but for the most part, as long as you're not dressed as a bum coming in.
We're going to explore the ship maybe a little bit, maybe go into the mason jar, we'll get a drink. We have until, did we confirm 8 or 8:30?
We didn't confirm, but I'm pretty positive 8 o'clock.
We'll let you guys know what we get into next. Everybody's seen the quintessential icon and Star of the Seas picture. Well, here's the OG Oasis and Allure. The original sisters.
Finally made it. We're on,
Time bar.
we're on it. Finally.
Set up a time lapse as we go up, so it should be pretty interesting. Then we'll have to hop off once we get up to Central Park. We have our show.
We have our show we need to get to. But we just want to hop on while we can. Maybe we'll come back where we can enjoy it later at another time.
Yeah. There we go.
Why aren't you still on the Rising Tide bar? Well, we figured out why it was empty.
Yeah.
It's broken.
Yeah.
they got our drinks, and then after she got everybody's drink, she came around and she said, "You know we're broken, right?" I'm like, no, we don't know that. So
we were sitting there for about a good 20 minutes before she told us that. So which is fine. She's like, "Oh, you can sit here and hang out," and we're like, "No."
hopefully they get it fixed by the end of the
Yeah.
sailing. We can give it another shot. I know when we were on Oasis, I felt like it was kind of the same thing. It seemed like it went down every so often. So
One of the sea days, we've got it, I think. Plenty of fun.
yeah, we've got a sea day tomorrow. We have Costume the day after, which is for us kind of going to be a sea day. We are going to get off. We're going to go explore a little bit, but Costume is not one of our favorite port stops. There are things to do. We have yet to find something that we're extremely excited about. It would be nice if somebody gave us a little bit of tips. So if anybody has some good hints on that,
Comment.
yeah, let us know. But then the day after that, we're in Cozumel. We're going to Mr. Sancho's, and then we'll have one more sea day. So we've got plenty of opportunities to try it out. But we do have plenty of the ship to still explore, especially throughout the day. It's nice to kind of hop around the ship at different times of the day. It kind of has a different feel. So we're looking forward to that. But we're going to probably go hang out just for a little bit somewhere, and then maybe head into the theater early. That way we can get a pretty decent seat. That wraps up Blue Planet Home. At first, they had a little bit of technical difficulties. Cruise director John, he came out, assured everybody that they were getting them figured out.
Yeah, it already took about 10 minutes for them to start. So they must have been having issues when they tried it. And then it's probably another 10 minutes on top of that, but it wasn't too bad, honestly.
So
What were your thoughts?
My thoughts, it was my least favorite show that I think I've ever seen on a cruise ship, to be honest. And I know that this isn't their headliner show for the theater, so I'm hoping for a turnaround with the Mamma Mia production towards the end of the week. So hopefully that gets a little better. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, I didn't think it was that bad. I liked the dancers, and coming from someone who, has been around dancing stuff, I didn't think it was as bad as you're saying. But overall, I didn't think it was the storyline. The music was kind of hard to get into, I think. And they had a lot of singers, which was a little confusing because they only had like one song each. And the main girl was basically the best one out of all of them. So it was...
They had a couple good supporting singers, dancers too. But it wasn't as widespread maybe as some of the other productions we've seen. Also, it was, we were coming from Icon and Utopia where production values are really heavy and all of the theatrics are brand new. But we also went on Freedom last year. I even think that the shows on that one were actually pretty impressive, and I felt like we enjoyed them. It just kind of seemed like maybe there's not as much money put into that specific production, and maybe a lot of it dumped into the Mom and Mia one. I'm not certain on that though, so I guess we'll see. So this is probably going to end out this video. It's already kind of getting to be a long one. We spent most of our day at Royal Beach Club, which you guys had seen. Hopefully that review comes in handy. Our main goal was to give everybody the information that we possibly could, and also explore it ourselves because we were pretty excited about trying it out. Royal's done a pretty good job at their private destinations. So with that, we will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow's a sea day. We're probably going to combine everything that we do tomorrow with our Costumaya day, just because they're both kind of going to be low-key days.
Back days.
Yeah, so we'll still have specialty dining throughout the week, and we're going to try a couple of different places for lunches too, actually. So
We have brunch at the Mason Jar tomorrow, so stay tuned to that.
yeah, that would be interesting. We've seen some good things, and we're excited about that one, and we obviously already love the Mason Jar on the ship. So don't forget to subscribe, and
Remember to always stay lit.